Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to one of my live videos, and today I'm going to be updating you on some more latest news. I've just read up something. It's currently about 19-year-old Fosu Mensah. He was currently a very versatile, very quick, fantastic athlete. He can play at right back. Well, he's potentially, in my opinion, not a right back, but he can play there. He can play at centre back, and he can also play as a centre defensive midfielder. Apparently, we have been thinking about putting him on a loan deal with what's happening now. The current player only made 11 appearances last season for Manchester United, so he has struggled for first team football. And also he has featured in every single pre-season game as Fosu Mensah. I think a few teams have been interested in getting him out on a loan deal. I think West Brom have been interested. Yes, we're there. I think West Brom have been interested in the current player, but now he's going to be. He hasn't come to a disagreement yet. I think it's going to be decided after the UEFA Super Cup game against Real Madrid, whether Fosu Mensah is going out on loan. But it may be hard for him now to get the first team football. You know, now we've got the likes of Valencia's our advanced right back. We've got the likes of Lindelof. We've got the likes of Bailey. We've got the likes of Jones. Got the likes of Valencia, got the likes of Damian, who are all capable of playing at centre-back and right-back. So how's that really going to give enough room for Fosu Mensah to fit in there? Now looking like Aurelio, yes, guy, I'm going to explain about that. And looking like now we're going to get Aurelio on the board. Apparently it had been reported that a 27 million bid has been accepted. It had come to an agreement, personal terms had been agreed. This was 4 million a year, I think it was, and this is around about 90 odd £1,000 a week. He's going to be currently receiving. This is on I think it's a 5-year deal. But look at his overall stats, that's absolutely dramatic. Obviously, it essentially comes because obviously at PSG he's not going to get the first team football now because Dani Alves is now their advanced right back, and I think he did make 21 appearances last season. So this has I think this now has come to an agreement. Obviously, he's due to go to court on a Monday because which means apparently assaulting a police officer. He's banned from the UK also apparently, and also did another assault as well, and currently missed the Arsenal PSG game back in November when it was 2-2. So he's banned from the UK. He is a bit of a potted, but he's been convicted. So depending on how it goes on Monday, we'll finalise. We'll be able to see if the deal does finalise, but also with him coming in now at right back, it's also going to be hard for Fosu Mensah, and he's going to be Valencia number 2 in my opinion, and he does basically want to leave PSG. He did quote that out before, and PSG are willing to offload some players anywhere to raise the funds, you know, for the Neymar deal. So yeah, and also what the Sergio Roberto, I did hear about that earlier, that I think Manchester United and Mourinho had been in I think they'd been in negotiations or something with this. They had been in negotiations. Is a player that his decision if he's going to get first team football at Barcelona, but if he comes to Manchester United, is he going to get first team football? He may not, because if we've got Valencia and we've got the PSG right back, he's going to be used there as a backup option, is this player, but he will be destined to leave if he's not going to get that first team football with Barcelona. So he reminds me a bit of Fabinho because he can play in that centre defensive mid. He can play as a right back as well. So he does remind me of Fabinho a little bit. Any more comments below? Can you put? You got any more questions, and I'll answer your questions. Any more questions, and I will answer. And I've just basically updated on the Perisic news earlier on as well, what was going on about that. According to the reports, Martial now is set to join Inter Milan on loan. It just reported Mourinho's not keen of sanctioning him off. Coutinho news. Barcelona want him as a potential replacement for Neymar. They've put a lot of players on their books as potential replacements. There's been Di Maria, there's been Verratti in there, there's been the Bailly from Juventus. They've looked at a hell of a lot of replacements for Neymar. It was according to reports yesterday, Griezmann was their number one target, but Juan Ferran basically quoted out and stood firm. Basically, he's no desire to leave and he's happy with Atletico Madrid. But I hope Barca in a long-term future as a replacement get Griezmann, because that would disappoint me, because he'd be our main priority target in January, as we did miss out on him earlier on in the summer because of the transfer ban. But Coutinho, wait, let's put my phone on charge. Coutinho, yes, Barcelona, there has been negotiations going on before. A 72 million bid had been rejected, but Liverpool basically are standing firm. Klopp's standing firm. He doesn't want to sanction Coutinho off, but Barcelona are willing to pay £120 million for the player. I think he does. I think the Coutinho and his agent have had discussions with Barcelona of a potential move. There has been negotiations, but I think Coutinho does want to leave. But as Liverpool have only got one player so far, with Emre Can could be leaving, they need to address the midfield more. Liverpool have also missed out on Naby Keita, which was one of their main priority targets. He's a good dynamic midfielder. You know, they're disappointed about that, so they would benefit from it if they did get £120 million. They could get a replacement in there, but if Neymar goes to PSG, then players. Yeah, Barcelona have also eyed Julian Draxler as a possible replacement as well. Yeah, they could be available, but they've eyed so many players as a replacement of Barcelona. So yes, I updated about Neymar on just my last video, mate. To be quite honest with you, he is going to PSG now. This deal is gonna get done. He arrived. He's been in Spain and he wasn't even there then. Now he's missed the training and he has said farewell. And I presume he'll be going. He's going to London, going to Paris. He'll be going to the Qatar to complete his medical, and then the deal will be done. Is it? I think Neymar is actually paying the release clause, but PSG are paying the tax authorities of it, which is about 100 million, 120 million. His father's receiving £40 million if he's already received it or not, I don't know. And he's going to be getting staggering amounts of money from Barcelona and PSG for this. Today they'd had discussions. I think who was the discussions now? I think his father, who was potentially his agent as well, had discussions with the official about his desire to leave Barcelona, and now it has been fully confirmed that he has left. And this is astronomical business, astronomical. €220 million, could be more as well with the agent fees and the wage as well. It could end up, could it end up to over £300 million? Plus he's going to be receiving about £30 million per year, and this is on a 5-year deal as well. But the PSG president notified us that negotiations were going well yesterday, so we'll see. Any more news, any more questions, and I will answer. Any more questions, and I will always answer your questions on this channel, if I do know about it. Bale, Jose, he actually disregarded Bale. There was a price tag of £90 million. Well, it was before the agent of Bale said there was a possibility that Manchester United could make a move for him, and then the current representative have come in and said he poured cold water on speculation. He classifies it as a fake narrative, basically saying it's not going to happen. He's a player that's been at Real Madrid 4 years. Look at the amount of honours he's won. He has been injury prone, so that could be a problem. That's why he hasn't had the starts that he's had. But depending if Real Madrid get the suit of Kylian Mbappe from Monaco, that could significantly mean we could capture Gareth Bale if possible. But it's more likely we will get Perisic than Gareth Bale. Mourinho's disregarded it, mate. He's basically classed it as a mission impossible. So that's what I've heard anyway. And also Gareth Bale's no intentions of leaving Real Madrid, because Dan Bolland, the Spanish publication, have reported he doesn't want to leave Real Madrid, does Gareth Bale. He's a favourite to get sacrificed if they do end up getting the pursuit of Mbappe, but Ronaldo's going to div in a couple of years' time. So I don't know what to believe with the rumours with Bale, because we heard it all about Ronaldo last month. So you don't know really what to believe, what the press are basically reporting. So anything else? Any more questions? But Gareth Bale's tremendous speed is definitely comparison to Perisic. I absolutely love him. Highly experienced, Premier League proven, and we need that. We need that creative winner. We need that creative winner that can put balls into the box, you know. And we need that winger. But if Martial, I just don't want to sanction Martial, even if it means we get Perisic. I don't want to sanction Martial. But if Perisic had came, Martial wouldn't get the game time. So basically, it may be good if he did go to PSG on loan. Jose whispered to Bale, "I want you, but you don't talk." Yeah, I know. I heard about that. That was back in, was it in the Real Madrid pre-season game when he had a discussion about making a potential move or something like that. But I don't think the player, I don't think he'd spoken or something like that. But we'd been interested in the player since basically 2013. Florentino Perez, basically, the president, would recommend it if they was to get the pursuit of Mbappe, but Zidane doesn't want to sanction him off. So, and he is aging up as well, but you still get a good few years out of him at Manchester United. Any more questions? I heard that they were having discussions. It was in the tunnel in the Madrid game, and I heard about that. Yeah, I did hear about that. And do you also think it's going to be decided with Fosu Mensah after the UEFA Super Cup game? Do you think he's possibly going to go out on loan to Watford? I need your answers about that, if you could. I do think Fosu Mensah has played well in these pre-season games. He didn't have the starts last season, though. He had the irregular starts. But it's good. Marino's got a lot of youth in the team. Tunezibi's coming up the ranks now. Scott McTominay is good, but I think we've got better in our youth system. We've got a lot of youth coming into the team now, which is fantastic. Still a lot of young players in that current team. So we'll see. So anyway, do you think Fosu Mensah could go out on loan? We'll have to see. It's going to be hard for him to get that current game time. You know, if you've got your likes of Lindelof, Bailey, our two centre backs, you can blink and play there. You've got Darmy who can also play at right back. So it's going to be hard for him to get that first team football. And that at Watford, he'd probably more chance of getting that first team football than he would at Manchester United. So anyway, guys, any more comments? Any more comments at all? And I will answer your questions as we always do on this channel. Any more questions? Anything at all, and I will answer all your questions. Any more questions at all? Okay, any player, any information? I will update you what I know on, what I've been researching up. Sigurdsson, I haven't really looked into Sigurdsson, so I can't answer that. I haven't looked into him. With Ross Barkley, I think Tottenham have made inquiries about him. He is currently coming to an end of his current contract. We know Manchester United have showed an interest. Chelsea have also showed an interest in Barkley. He does want to leave Everton because Everton have done well in this transfer window. Rooney's hitting form, so they can afford to offload him. He does want to leave Everton. But look at his stats last season. He created a lot more opportunities than the majority of the players in the Premier League. But you'd get him for the reasonable fee now and there because he's not signing a new contract with Everton. You'd probably get him for maybe £20-30 million. That's what he'll be staggering for. But he's competitive, tenacious, good at driving forward. He's a very creative player in the midfield. I'd like him at Manchester United, but now we've got Matic. We may not be too bothered now about another midfielder. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with Sigurdsson. Haven't looked about that, so... Any more questions? To me, if it were me, Tottenham would be the most desperate team to get Barkley because Tottenham have significantly not got their first signing yet of the summer. They've still got quality players. They've got Kane. They've got Dele Alli. They've still got a lot of top quality players in their side, but they've lost Kyle Walker. They've raised funds for Walker, so they could use them funds to basically try and get Barkley on the board. So. We'll see. Any more questions? And Tottenham have been consistent for the last couple of seasons. They want to really carry that on. So, any more questions? And I will answer all your questions, as we always do. I haven't seen you on my channel for ages. What you been leading up to? I haven't seen you for quite a while. My videos I've been doing recently. Any more questions and I will answer. I did update you on the Perisic case, what was going on with Perisic. I updated you on that earlier on when I was outside. What was going on with Perisic. How are Tottenham players not being linked to other clubs? Because a lot of Tottenham players, it's being cleared out because Tottenham are resisted and reluctant to sell a lot of their players. And that was basically including Eric Dyer, because basically we wanted Eric Dyer. Mourinho was willing to put 50-60 million pound in for Dyer, but Tottenham have resisted and reluctant to currently sell the player. We're not going to get Kane, we're not going to get Ali, but Tottenham have got a lot of good players and they're basically reluctant to sell a lot of their players. This is why now the interest has dropped down of other teams going for Tottenham players, because Tottenham don't want to sell a lot of their good players. This is basically why. They've already lost Kyle Walker and I presume they won't want to lose any more at all, so we'll see. But Tottenham, they don't need to sell, they need to buy. Basically, Tottenham need to buy players. They've got the funds, they need to buy players. They need to buy probably at least another 2 players if they're going to still become consistent. They still might be consistent, but they've got class players, but I still think they need to spend some money in this transfer window, just like the other teams has. And Pochettino's basically quoted out they're nowhere near on the same level in this transfer window as how Chelsea are doing and all the rest of the teams are doing. So there you go. So anyway, guys, that's what were you saying? Sorry, I'm going to go in a minute, but if you've got any more questions, I will answer. I will be back on soon because I will be doing some more updates of what's going on around. So last question and I'm going to have to get off because I'm off for something to eat. But no more questions? Anyway, I'm going to have to go now because I'm going to have to go for something to eat. We will be doing the Sam Pandoria preview that is going to be coming up, so be there to watch that current video. I'm going to have a glance at the team news. I'm going to have a glance at everything. And if you want, join my channel, my video later on when I do the preview for the game. I'm going to have a look up what's going on about that. So anyway, thanks for joining me today, and drop your comments and likes below on my video, and take it easy, mate, and I'll see you all later. Bye.